I'm Bambi Francisco with this segment of Lessons for Entrepreneurs, and I'm speaking with Gus Tai. He's a general partner at Trinity Ventures. Gus, thanks for joining me. Give me 3 pieces of advice for the entrepreneurs on Vader.
What I tell CEOs that I recently fund would be some of the following things. I think first and foremost, it's always important to keep repeating the message of why what you do matters, and repeat it frequently to everyone, to your customers, to your employees. Oftentimes, it's easy to think that it's obvious, but by repeating it, you get conviction, you get people to understand and believe more clearly what you're up to. Second item is, I think when you talk about early stage companies, be very careful how you hire your first 5 or 6 people. Every addition you make really shifts the company culture. And getting the culture right is what's most important when you talk about formation up until 10, 20, 30 people. And the third item I would say, particularly relevant for this climate, is that both you're never as good as you think you are and you're never as bad as you think you are. So when things are going great, it's always helpful to have a bit of humility. But in tough times like now, realize that actually things are going better and you're better than what you might believe at any given moment.
I like that. Now, just to be more specific, can you talk about a failure that you've had as an investor in a portfolio company, and what happened there?
Yeah, one of the companies that I thought most highly of and it ultimately failed was a company called iMotors. And iMotors delivered the proposition that configure the used car that you want online and will deliver to you 30 days money-back guarantee. It turns out a lot of people were fearful that consumers shouldn't be trustworthy, and that's just absolutely not the case. People actually will buy the auto and they'll spec it out properly, and that's the same reason, for example, people were nervous for online diamonds as well, but you can trust consumers. But where we made a mistake and where I felt that I learned a lot and made an error there was that we overexpanded that business model. So the company, I think, got up to well over $100 million revenue run rate and was profitable in certain parts of the country. But in the bubble, we focused on trying to have a national footprint and built out 10x the capacity of what we thought of what the company needed at that point in time. So that harkens back to crawl, walk, run. Figure out what works and gradually expand, and don't go too fast.
So that crawl, walk, run.
Yes. So maybe that's the other lesson, the 4th lesson for entrepreneurs.
The 4th lesson. That's a great lesson, Gus. Thanks very much.
Well, thank you, Bambi.
I've been speaking with Gus Tai, a general partner at Trinity Ventures. I'm Bambi Francisco.